Welcome to Bible in a Year with Scott Purcell. I'm so glad you're joining me. This is a daily reading of portions of the Bible, following a plan that will include the entire Bible in a year. And now, let's open the book and begin our readings. This is the reading for day 25. If your reading is aligned with the calendar year, this is for January 25. The Old Testament reading is from Genesis 49 and Genesis 50. Genesis 49. Then Jacob called his sons and said, "Gather together so that I can tell you what will happen with you in days to come. Assemble and hear, O sons of Jacob, listen to Israel your father. Reuben, you are my firstborn, my strength and the first fruit of my vigor, excelling in rank and excelling in power. Unstable as water, you shall not excel any longer, for you went up upon the bed of your father, then defiled it. You went up upon my couch. Simeon and Levi are brothers. Weapons of violence are their swords. Let me not come into their counsel. Let not my person be joined to their company, for in their anger they killed men, and at their pleasure they hamstrung cattle. Cursed be their anger, for it is fierce, and their wrath, for it is cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and I will scatter them in Israel. Judah, as for you, your brothers shall praise you. Your hand shall be on the neck of your enemies. The sons of your father shall bow down to you. Judah is a lion's cub. From the prey, my son, you have gone up. He bowed down, he crouched like a lion, and as a lioness. Who shall rouse him? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff between his feet, until Shiloh comes, and to him shall be the obedience of nations. Binding his donkey to the vine, and his donkey's colt to the choice vine, he washes his clothing in the wine, and his garment in the blood of grapes. The eyes are darker than wine, and the teeth whiter than milk. Zebulun shall settle by the shore of the sea. He shall become a haven for ships, and his border shall be at Sidon. Issachar is a strong donkey, crouching between the sheepfolds. He saw a resting place that was good, and a land that was pleasant, so he bowed his shoulder to the burden, and became a servant of forced labor. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Dan shall be a serpent on the way, a viper on the road that bites the heels of a horse so that its rider falls backward. I wait for your salvation, O Yahweh. Bandits shall attack Gad, but he shall attack their heels. Asher's food is delicious, and he shall provide from the king's delicacies. Naphtali is a doe running free that puts forth beautiful words. Joseph is the bough of a fruitful vine, a fruitful bough by a spring. His branches climb over the wall. The archers fiercely attacked him. They shot arrows at him and were hostile to him, but his bow remained in a steady position. His arms were made agile by the hands of the mighty one of Jacob. From there is the shepherd, the rock of Israel. Because of the God of your father, he will help you, and by Shaddai he will bless you with the blessings of heaven above, blessings of the deep that crouches beneath, blessings of the breasts and the womb. The blessings of your father are superior to the blessings of my ancestors, to the bounty of the everlasting hills. May they be on the head of Joseph, and on the forehead of the prince of his brothers. Benjamin is a devouring wolf, devouring the prey in the morning and dividing the plunder in the evening. All these are the 12 tribes of Israel. And this is what their father said to them when he blessed them. Each according to his blessing he blessed them. Then he instructed them and said to them, I am about to be gathered to my people. Bury me among my ancestors in the cave that is in the field of Ephron the Hittite. in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah that is before Mamre in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought with the field from Ephron the Hittite as a burial site. There they buried Abraham and Sarah his wife. There they buried Isaac and Rebekah his wife. And there I buried Leah. The purchase of the field and the cave which was in it from the Hittites. When Jacob finished instructing his sons, he drew his feet up to the bed. Then he took his last breath and was gathered to his people. Genesis 50. Then Joseph fell on the face of his father and wept upon him and kissed him. And Joseph instructed his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father. So the physicians embalmed Israel. 40 days were required for it, for thus are the days required for embalming. And the Egyptians wept for him for 70 days. When the days of his weeping had passed, Joseph spoke to the household of Pharaoh, saying, If I have found favor in your eyes, please speak in the hearing of Pharaoh, saying, My father made me swear, saying, Behold, I am about to die. In my tomb that I have hewed out for myself in the land of Canaan, there you must bury me. So then, please let me go up and let me bury my father, then I will return. Then Pharaoh said, Go up and bury your father as he made you swear. So Joseph went up to bury his father, and all the servants of Pharaoh, the elders of his household, and all the elders of the land of Egypt went up with him. With all the household of Joseph, his brothers, and the household of his father, they left only their little children and their flocks and their herds in the land of Goshen. And there also went up with him chariots and horsemen. The company was very great. When they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which was beyond the Jordan, they lamented there with a very great and sorrowful wailing. And he made a mourning ceremony for his father 7 days. And when the Canaanites, the inhabitants of the land, saw the mourning ceremony at the threshing floor of Atad, they said, This is a severe mourning for the Egyptians. Therefore its name was called Abel Mizraim, which is beyond the Jordan. Thus his sons did to him just as he instructed them. And his sons carried him to the land of Canaan, and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which Abraham had bought as a burial site from Ephron the Hittite before Mamre. And after burying his father, Joseph returned to Egypt, he and his brothers, and all who had gone up with him to bury his father. And when the brothers of Joseph saw that their father was dead, they said, It may be that Joseph will hold a grudge against us and pay us back dearly for all the evil that we did to him. So they sent word to Joseph, saying, Your father commanded us before his death, saying, Thus you must say to Joseph, Oh, please now forgive the transgression of your brothers and their sin, for they did evil to you. So now please forgive the transgression of the servants of the God of your father. And Joseph wept when they spoke to him. Then his brothers went also and fell before him and said, Behold, we are your servants. Then Joseph said to them, Do not be afraid, for am I in the place of God? As for you, you planned evil against me, but God planned it for good, in order to do this, to keep many people alive as it is today. So then, do not be afraid. I myself will provide for you and your little ones. And he consoled them and spoke kindly to them. So Joseph remained in Egypt, he and the house of his father. And Joseph lived 110 years. And Joseph saw Ephraim's children to the 3rd generation. Moreover, the children of Machir, son of Manasseh, were born on the knees of Joseph. And Joseph said to his brothers, I am about to die, but God will certainly visit you and bring you up from this land to the land that he swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Then Jacob made the sons of Israel swear an oath, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall bring up my bones from here. So Joseph died, being 110 years old. They embalmed him, and he was placed in a coffin in Egypt. The New Testament reading is from Matthew, chapter 17, verses 14 through 27, and Matthew 18, verses 1 through 9. Matthew 17:14. And when they came to the crowd, a man approached him, kneeling down before him and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, because he has seizures and suffers severely, for often he falls into the fire and often into the water. And I brought him to your disciples, and they were not able to heal him. And Jesus answered and said, O unbelieving and perverse generation, how long will I be with you? How long must I put up with you? Bring him here to me. And Jesus rebuked him, and the demon came out of him, and the boy was healed from that hour. Then the disciples approached Jesus privately and said, Why were we not able to expel it? And he said to them, Because of your little faith. For truly I say to you, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, Move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. Now as they were gathering in Galilee, Jesus said to them, The Son of Man is going to be betrayed into the hands of men, and they will kill him, and on the third day he will be raised. And they were extremely distressed. Now when they arrived in Capernaum, the ones who collected the double drachma tax came up to Peter and said, Does your teacher not pay the double drachma tax? And he said, Yes. And when he came into the house, Jesus spoke to him first, saying, What do you think, Simon? From whom do the kings of the earth collect tolls or taxes? From their own sons or from foreigners? And when he said, From foreigners, Jesus said to him, Then the sons are free. But so that we do not give offense to them, go out to the sea, cast a line with a hook, and take the first fish that comes up. And when you open its mouth, you will find a 4 drachma coin. Take that and give it to them for me and you. Matthew 18. At that time the disciples came up to Jesus, saying, Who then is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And calling a little child to himself, he had him stand in their midst and said, Truly I say to you, unless you turn around and become like young children, you will never enter into the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever humbles himself like this child, this person is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever welcomes one child such as this in my name welcomes me. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him that a large millstone be hung on his neck and he be drowned in the depths of the sea. Woe to the world because of causes for stumbling! For it is a necessity that causes for stumbling come. Nevertheless, woe to the person through whom the cause for stumbling comes. And if your hand or your foot causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it from you. It is better for you to enter into life crippled or lame than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be thrown into the eternal fire. And if your eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it from you. For it is better for you to enter into life one-eyed than having 2 eyes to be thrown into fiery hell. The wisdom literature reading is from Psalm 15, verses 1 through 5. A Psalm of David. O Yahweh, who may reside in your tent? Who may dwell on your holy mountain? He who walks blamelessly and does what is right. He who speaks honestly in his heart. He does not slander with his tongue. He does not harm his friend, nor bring up a disgrace against his neighbor. In his eyes a rejected one is contemptible, but he honors those who respect Yahweh. He takes an oath to his own injury and does not retract it. He does not lend his money at interest, and he does not take a bribe against the innocent. He who does these things will never be shaken. This concludes the reading for day 25. Thank you for listening. These daily readings are made possible by your generous support of the global outreach ministry of Scott Purcell. To partner with us and enable this work and others like it, please visit huttobible.com/give and select Go Pastor Support from the fund list. You can also sign up for ministry updates at scott-purcell.epistle.org/subscribe. Both of those links can be found in the podcast description. Thank you for helping us share God's Word.